Welcome to Premium Deluxe Motorsport, where we can sell you some fantastic cars, like armored vehicles that only the military can get their hands on, or a random truck, or a supercar. I always find it funny just looking in Simeon's dealership and seeing like the most random vehicles ever. But, either way, in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at this, the Zorruso. A Lamborghini, which I think looks absolutely amazing. In fact, this is probably one of my favorite looking supercars available in Grand Theft Auto Online. It was removed with the giant patch of 186 cars that were removed, but it's back this week and this week only. So, in today's video, I will be customizing this vehicle, showcasing what it has going for it, and if it's worth the price tag. So let's purchase it. It's not a cheap vehicle. It is a $1.95 million price tag. We're going to be sending it over to our Eclipse Boulevard garage. Even unupgraded, I think the Zorruso is one of the coolest looking cars in the game. From the fact you can see the engine right through the back glass panel, to the way the backlights are designed, the whole car I think is really, really cool, and it's one of the major reasons why I'm a big fan of it. It's not just your generic Roddy or basic supercar, it's got a lot of style and pizzazz going for it. So let's upgrade this vehicle and see what it's got going for it. We got armor, brakes, engine, the normal stuff, but now we arrive to exhausts. We got split pipes, which you can barely see. We got multi-pipe set up. Then we've got angular exits, which does change the actual back design of the car a bit. Carbon angular exits, and then we got another tubular design, and then finishing off, okay, that looks sick. We got street set up. I already have a different version of this car, probably with just the normal exit, something like this. So I'm going to put the street set up on this vehicle. That just looks sick. Okay. Then we got front bumpers. We got a couple different designs, but let's be real. We're just all going to go with racing too, because they're all basically the same. We got some grill options. We can either use the stock grill with kind of the like nose hole punches. We've got the capped or open. I'm probably gonna go with, I'm gonna go with open. I think it looks better than the stock grill. We got some hood options, not too much. We got Streamline Mark II, we got the stock hood. I do actually like the stock hood. I think that's pretty cool looking. Clean is also very nice, though. I think we're going to go with Streamline Mark II, though. I think that's the best looking. We got xenon lights. Let's make our way down to liveries. Now, this actually does have some very cool livery options. The one that I stuck with my car is just a normal tricolor, and then I had a lime green follow it. But for this vehicle, I'm going to do something a little bit more crazy. Let's see what livery options we have, though. We got Zero Gas, Hinterland. This one's kind of weird, not going to lie. We got Lucky Plucker. This one's kind of funny. We got Pegasus. This one looks very cool. We got Ron. Ooh, I think I'm going to go with Ron. I'm telling you now, this is going to look amazing with a bright blue. We also got rim paint. We've got Flint Tools Anteater. Kind of weird. So definitely not going to go for that one. That looks so dang nice with the Ron livery. Wow. Okay, this car, it just jumped up a notch for me. I think this looks absolutely amazing. We got secondary color options too. You can see it doesn't really change all too much, though. It changes the rim colors, which I'm actually going to leave as blue right now because I actually think that looks really, really nice. So let's make our way over to the roof. We can put a roof on the vehicle, or we can leave it as a convertible. I'm going to make this one roofed because my other one is a convertible, so we'll stick it with the roof. We got some spoiler options. We got the secondary wing. I think this actually looks really nice paired with the orange. Then we got the GT wing. We got a massive drag wing. We got a carbon ducktail. We got a normal primary ducktail. We're obviously going to go for the secondary street wing. This is the best one by far, at least in my opinion. We got the race transmission, turbo, and we got some wheel types. I'm actually going to stick with the current type we have. I'm just going to put on bulletproof tires because I really like that blue little streak. We're going to do the limo window tint, and there you go. The vehicle's fully upgraded. I just think this looks absolutely amazing. While this car may not have the most upgrade options, if you compare it to a lot of the newer vehicles or even tuners, it's a little bit on the lesser customization rolls. But still, this car looks so dang nice. The front of it just looks really mean and aggressive, super aerodynamic, which is great. I think the side looks incredibly nice, clean, and when you get over to the back, it's just the best part about the car. I think that the actual back light design, the tail lights are amazing. That exhaust, the street exhaust, looks freaking epic. And when you add that into the fact that you've got this carbon cover looking underneath the glass panel with the engine, I just think this is easily one of my top 5 favorite looking supercars in the game. It is such a nice vehicle. And I should also add that when it comes to handling and overall performance, it's also pretty decent. It achieves a top speed of 124.75 miles per hour. And when you add that into the fact the vehicle is the 23rd best for lap time in the supers category, that's actually pretty impressive. Like, sure, it's not the best, but it's very easily going to keep up with even some of the better cars, as long as you understand how to drive well and handle it correctly. So it's not bad in really any category. It's decently fast, got good handling, it looks amazing, and it's not even that expensive at 1.9 mil. Before we end off today's video, there's one last test we have, and that is the handling test. A lot of times you'll see lap times from YouTubers that showcase a lot of corners in cities, and it's not necessarily real use in GTA sessions, but a very common path and something that you're going to need a mix of handling, acceleration, and overall top speed for is something like this in front of you, where we're going to be driving down the city, weaving in and out of traffic, and then going through Vinewood Hills, which have a lot of corners and curves where we're not only going to be dodging cars, but seeing how the overall handling is with high-speed downhill driving. So I think this is just a really good way to get a feel for the car and showcase how it's going to be driving in general use in an online session. So we have 3.8 miles to go. Let's see how the Zorruso does. By the time we finish the course, I'll give it a 1 through 10 poob score, and we'll play it by ear. So let's start off making our way through the city streets. There's a lot of corners in front of us. We're going to roll around this one here. Okay, not too bad. The brakes seem decent on this vehicle. The only thing I'm going to be a little worried about is that it is rear-wheel drive, which means any super sharp corners we might have to apply a bit more brakes than I want to, just so we don't end up crashing. Driving up these little slopes here is a bit sketch as well. I always slow down just because I'm worried I might crash into a car if I'm full speeding it. But now we're on the uphill gradient of the Vinewood Hills, and it's doing pretty good so far. Oh, we got a car in front of us, but we were able to just weasel our way through. Alright, let's roll around this corner here. Actually pretty good. You can see that it does lose a bit of grip when applying too much gas and rolling around the corner if you lose some speed. But once we're actually up to speed, it seems like the car's grip is actually pretty a-okay. Alright, let's roll around here. Not too bad. Alright, good. Alright, doing pretty well so far. We got 2.3 miles left to go, and this is usually the most challenging part of the course, because it's all downhill, which means speed is key. Let's give it some brakes, but, oh yeah, easily rolling around that first corner. Let's give it some brakes here, and then some gas. Alright, this car is easily handling through all these. No problems whatsoever. Alright, let's cut through this one. I took it a little too tight, but still no problems whatsoever. We got this corner here. Oh yeah. It actually kind of helps it out that it loses grip and tries to spin out, because it almost turns the car for you, as you can see. It's actually pretty nice. Alright, around this corner, we got this corner here. Not even going onto the other side of traffic. Easy peasy. Alright, well, if I were to rate this car on a 1 out of 10, I would probably give it a solid 9 out of 10 on handling. Top speed, yeah, more like an 8 or 7 out of 10. It's definitely not the fastest vehicle ever, but that's fine with me. Because of the fact the handling's so nice, you don't really notice the top speed being a problem. And as I said, it's still around 125 miles per hour, which means you're not going to be a slouch by any means. You're just not going to be the fastest, especially if you compare it to HSW vehicles. But yeah, handling-wise, no problems whatsoever. We haven't had any crashes. Even this corner here, you can see we were still able to easily overcome. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Zorruso, an absolutely fantastic car in Grand Theft Auto Online. For the price tag of $2 million, I would definitely suggest to consider picking it up. I can't say there's anything spectacular about the vehicle. It's not the fastest in its class, nor is it amazing in any way on handling or performance, but it's good. And if you want it, get your hands on it, especially because after this week, it's going to be disappearing for probably a while, maybe the next few months, maybe even a year. I don't know. Rockstar is being a little sneaky on how they're releasing cars into the game. So I would suggest to pick this car up if you liked the review and you thought it was cool. At the end of the day, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.